the coronavirus, but specifically, I want to go PC on you. And what do I mean by PC? I want to talk about post-corona. What happens after this? Because here's the deal. We've been living for the last couple months with this global pandemic. We need to start thinking about what life is going to like. Look, we've suffered through this, right? We've stayed at home, which was important in terms of saving lives, but we need to think here in the next 30 days about how do we jumpstart, get the economy going again, right? We need to get it going and inject some life and get back to a new normal. Now, here's the thing. We need to be thinking about forward now. Let's not look back. Let's not blame, right? Let's think about how we actually progress and move forward. So in light of that, I've come up with 10 rules. These are just my 10 rules or suggestions. Here we go. Number 1, be like Stan. Now, not me, Stan Phelps, although I do fist pump and fist bump. Let's not shake hands. Can we be more like Stan? The fist bump was actually invented by this guy right here, Stan the Man Musial, Hall of Fame baseball player. Decided that over the course of his career, he was getting colds and getting sick too often. He attributed it to shaking hands. So instead of shaking hands, he developed the fist bump. Can we do that, please? All right, number 2, DaVinci Rules. Okay, DaVinci figured out, this is called the Vitruvian Man. Vitruvius figured out that for the average person, your height is exactly the same as the width of your arms. Now, here's the thing. Men on average are about 5'9", women about 5'4", 5'5". That's roughly 6 feet. So here's the thing that we need to do. We need to maintain an arm's length distance between someone else putting their arms out like this. We need to develop that social distance, abiding by what I call the DaVinci Rule. Number 3, the empty chair. Now, what do I mean by the empty chair? This is an ode to Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Since the earliest days of Amazon founding, they had a rule that for every meeting that Amazon had, there always needed to be an empty chair in the room. And the reason being that empty chair represented the customer. They never wanted to make a decision without knowing how or considering how it impacted the end customer. Now, here's the thing. As we go forward with meetings, this is the rule that I want. There always should be an empty chair between you and the person next to you, right? And if we can do that, we can have meetings again and have a little bit of safe social distancing. If somebody tries to sit by you, no, they can't sit next to you. All right, same thing with restaurants, right? Let's get back to 50% capacity when we jumpstart back up. This seems simple. Every other table can be sit in. That's the deal. We'll still do takeout, but let's get the restaurants and the theaters going once again. Number 4, 4 max. This is about the workplace, right? If you have a meeting, here's the deal. You can only have 4 people max that can be in the meeting. You know, the rest can be virtual, right? Here's the thing. Microsoft Japan last year actually tested this out. They did a 4-day work week. They limited meetings to 4 or 5 people max. Their productivity actually raised by a crazy amount. So here's the thing. If more than 4 people want to get in that meeting, go virtual with those additional people. Number 5, flex from home, right? We've been all WFHing this, right? As we go back to work, not everybody needs to go back to work, especially if you can work from home. So continue to flex, You can do those virtual meetings. Let's focus just on results only, okay? Number 6, be transparent, right? As leaders, whether it's the government, whether it's a corporate leader, look, just be transparent. If you don't know something, just say that you don't know it. Don't say that you've got a feeling about something, or it may be or it may not be. Just be transparent. We need to open what's called the window of information and get everything out there. In the words of Louis Brandeis, here's the thing: sunlight is the best disinfectant, right? Let's not suppress, let's not hold stuff back. Let's be transparent. It's going to be better for everyone involved. Number 7, and I make my living from traveling as a speaker. Here's the thing: no mask, no travel, right? You cannot get on an airplane unless you are wearing a mask, right? It seems like a simple thing. Look, you're in this tube for hours on end. The air recirculates. Everyone needs to be wearing a mask. You don't want to wear a mask? No traveling for you, okay? You get kicked off the plane. I'm sorry. Drive if you need to. All right. Number 8. This is going to be another travel thing again. Look, before you can even get into the airport, all right, the TSA checks your ID. They check your itinerary. They should also be there with a forehead scanner. And here's the thing. I'm sorry. If you're running a fever, right, you need to go get tested. You cannot travel, right? No! All right, you cannot travel. That should be just a simple thing, right? Take the forehead scan before you let somebody into the airport. All right, number 9, centralized testing. All right, I'm not a doctor, right? But look, I know that getting millions and millions of tests out there going forward is going to be important. If anyone feels like they have symptoms, they need to get tested, so they need to know if they have to quarantine, and we have to contact trace. Now, here's the thing. What's amazing: 82% of people in this country live within a 15-minute drive, right? Within 10 miles of a CVS. 3 out of 4 are within 3 miles, right? So get into CVS, get tested. Here's the thing: Walgreens, the same. Literally 72% of the people in this country live within 5 miles of a Walgreens or a Rite Aid, right? Let's centralize all of the testing at CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid. Here's the thing: they all have drive-throughs. This is brilliant. You don't have to set up tents. Just let people drive through, give them that 15-minute test. They park, their results get brought out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, or Georgian wheezy. All right, number 10, adjust and move. All right, we're all going to have to deal with this new normal. We're all going to have to adjust. We might make some mistakes as we go forward. I want you to heed the advice of Eddie Van Halen. A few years ago, Esquire magazine, they asked Eddie for the best advice he's ever gotten. He said it was from his dad. His dad said to him in Dutch, when things go wrong or you make a mistake, his dad said, "Gewoon voor fietsen," which simply means this in Dutch. It means keep pedaling, right? Keep moving forward. All right. So for me as an author and a speaker, what does that mean? Look, the new normal is that I'm going to have to get used to doing more virtual presentations. All right, that's my 10 rules. Here's the thing. I want you to take it one louder. What would be number 11? Which rule would you add to these rules to jumpstart, get us back going, and get everybody adjusting and moving forward? Thanks.